Hey, what's up, guys? Eddie Miranda here, owner and founder of Men's Physique News, and we just finished wrapping up the New York Pro, and we have an interview with one of the top five competitors, and that top five competitor is the person that took third place, Suraqah Shabazz. What's up, Suraqah? How you doing today, brother?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great, brother. All right, so going into the New York Pro, you decided to do the New York Pro as your first show of the year. Now, how was your prep going into that show?
This was actually one of my easier preps. I didn't stress too much. Wasn't really worried about who was showing up or any of that. I was just worried about myself and trying to improve from last year. So, shit, we cruised into it pretty much.
Now, last year you won Mile High.
Hmm.
You took a break, you went straight to the Olympia, and you took the off season ever since then. Now,
Yeah.
did you change anything in your prep in comparison to last year to this year?
Not too much. I might have increased cardio a little bit at times. A few more refeeds. Um, I have a problem holding size. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll be good in the off season, and once I start cutting, my weight it drops. It drops quick. So we played around with cardio. We played around with the refeeds, the high carb days, low carb days. So we're still trying to figure it out, me and my coach. And it's coming. We just got to nail it. It's
Mm.
coming though.
So now, as far as your coach, who's the coach that actually preps you?
Waddy, his name is Alan Watkins. He's out of Denver. Real good guy. Started working with him last year, and we communicate all the time. We talk about a lot of stuff, like not even just competing, just life stuff in general. I'm comfortable with him, and he keeps me calm because I'm fucking at times I
A
I
little
get
bit of
involved.
a
I act out. So yeah, he's a real good guy.
Now, going into the New York Pro, what were your thoughts going into that show? Like, what was your mindset?
It's about time I do a big show. I had done the smaller shows, kind of shied away from the bigger ones because I felt like I wasn't ready. But after Olympia last year, I felt like I got overlooked because I hadn't done any big shows. Like the judges, like Steve had never seen me until Olympia. I wanted to get in front of him prior to Olympia this year. And, if I needed the work, let him critique me now and let me work on that for the future.
Mm. Now, going, back to the New York Pro, you got into that first call out, and nowhere in the predictions did we think that you were going to be coming out on there. I mean, it was talked about. I mean, I think either other news mediums even didn't even have you into consideration. So you're basically the dark horse going into that first call out. What were your thoughts about that? That nobody had thought about you. You weren't even in the predictions, but yet you got that first call out.
That was fine by me. I think I had sent you a video. Once I sent you that video, a lot of the guys that did the show actually started looking at my story. So I was like, okay, they're paying attention now, but I don't mind flying under the radar. I know I had put in the work. I knew how we were coming. I knew Akeem was going, Raymond, Chase. But besides that, when you put the list up, I didn't even look at it. I didn't go to any other sites trying to see who was showing up. I just knew that I felt like I deserved first call outs from the work I had put in and how I was coming.
No, and you did get that. And
Yeah.
what was your mindset like when you were in that first call up battling it out with everybody else? I mean, you guys got switched around a lot, and Akeem and Ray were dead center the entire time. What was going through your head when all that battling was going on?
I just felt like I had to bring it. I felt like I noticed that Ray and Akeem weren't being moved, but I was getting moved around a lot. So I felt like I was being compared to the other guys. So I just felt like I had to, get my posing on point, and I need to lock in my spot, which wherever I was going to be at, first, second, third, or whatever, because I went from like sixth to fifth to fourth to third, and I'm like, I'm not going back the other way. So I'm either gonna work my way in or stay right here, and I ended up sitting at third.
Good. Now, as far as like between prejudging and finals, you knowing that you're, possibly third to fourth, more in the third spot.
Yeah.
What did you do in between, prejudging and finals to keep your conditioning, if not to even come in a little bit better for the night show?
I went back to the room. tried to rest, and I got some carbs. I felt like I came in a little flat for prejudging. So the game plan was just go to the room and fill out a little more.
Cool. And then for the night show, I really didn't get to see much about what happened, but I do know that you guys probably got called back out on your what was the first call out, and then I
Hmm.
know top three only got the awards at that show. So from my understanding, you guys would have been pulled off to the side for your top three awards. Now you're already stacked up with the top three, you being in there. Now,
Hmm.
were there any discussions? Were there anything going through your head? It's like, okay, like, I finally made it. I got this top three, or maybe possibly top two. Like, what was going on?
Well, for me, I just felt like I deserved to be in the top three. So I actually got off stage and got in the back, and I asked Chase, like, where did you end up at? Because they had moved us around so much. I didn't know how many guys were really in first call outs or, what. He was like, well, I think I'm in third or fourth. It's me and you. I was like, okay, well, I'm taking third. If not third, then second. And that's where I was at.
Now,
I
now
mean, that's
this was
Chase. Like he's a great competitor. He looked great, but I'm not gonna. I'm winning. I'm gonna beat you.
no,
That's what my attitude was. Yeah,
at the end of the day, man. You're going to be the one pulling for yourself. You're not going to be pulling for anybody else, and you're the one that wants to be able to get that top spot, not anybody else. It's competition. That's the way it is, man. You
absolutely.
know. So after New York Pro, what is your strategy or what's your schedule looking like to try to see if you can make it back onto the Olympia stage this year?
Well, I got the 7 points in New York. My next show is Denver. I'm hoping to pull out a first place again because that's where I qualified last year. And that'll be like what 8 more points.
Correct.
So
Yep.
after that, I have Chicago lined up. I'm just counting the first place. I think
Yeah.
that's 12. So
Between well, Chicago's a 12 point for first place, and then Denver's 8, and then
yeah,
you just finished coming off New York, which first place was I think 16 points.
yeah. I got
So
7 for the third. I got 7. So
yeah.
with this next show, if I pull it off or get my place, and I should be in the mix with the points. And then
Well,
Chicago.
well, technically speaking, let's say you do win Denver, right?
Mhm.
And you have your 8 points, so you'll be at 15. You're actually right in the mix with everybody else that's already getting qualified.
Yeah, but
You know.
I'm a Chicago. Like that's home. I want to have that trophy. Like it's don't come to Chicago and expect to beat me. So I'm doing Chicago. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
and dude,
Yeah.
you have to take it for your hometown, bro. That's the way it is,
Yeah.
man. I mean, dude, like
At 20 points, I still do Chicago. So
you're not backing out. You still want to do the show.
yeah, there's a couple guys talking about coming out here and doing whatever, but I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Awesome, brother. So, I know you do have a crazy schedule. I know that you're a fireman, so I know you're always in the mix with everything like that, dude. So I just want to thank you for taking the time to interview with me, and it's such a pleasure to be able to speak to you, brother. I want to wish you the best on your season coming up and the shows that you're doing next, and
Mhm.
I truly hope to see you on the Olympia stage this year, brother.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.